Welcome to this recap of the Sacramento Kings 113-96 win over the Utah Jazz at the Delta Center in Utah on this Tuesday night. I thought, for starters, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox combined for 18 of the Kings' 26 assists. Just beautiful that you get your big three moving the ball, finding open teammates in this game. But I thought early on in this game, in the first half, especially I think in that first quarter, I thought the game from Sacramento's perspective, I thought it was a little sloppy there in the first half. The spacing wasn't great. They were turning the ball over in that first half. Overall, the Kings um, shot from the field 52%. Not great from three. Only made 8 of the 31 shots they took from three at 25%. But again, and this is back-to-back games where the third quarter for the Kings was the best quarter. We saw it Monday night against Portland, where the Kings came out of the locker room after halftime. And remember that game Monday night, that looked like the Kings offense that we want to see. They did it again tonight against the Utah Jazz, where they came out in the third quarter. Just stellar play in the third quarter from the Kings in that third quarter. As I mentioned, DeMar DeRozan, fourth straight game with 20 points. He was 9 of 14 from the field. Domantas Sabonis, 28 points, 11 rebounds, another double-double. That's just a regular occurrence for Sabonis. He was 13 of 18 from the field. Again, he had 4 assists. Kevin Huerter, another solid game from Kevin. His fourth game overall since being back. 14 points, 6 and 9 from the field. You had Fox, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists in this game. Keegan Murray, much better shooting night from Keegan tonight than he was last night. 14 points. He was 6 of 14 from the field. 2 of 7 from 3, not great. Again, I think not a great night from the bench, scoring wise. I think that's going to be an issue for this Kings team. You want to maybe poke a hole from this game, the bench, from a scoring perspective. Malik Monk, 7 points. Keon Ellis, 5 points. I'll get more on Keon Ellis in a minute. And that's pretty much it. But Trey Lyles, even though he only had 2 points, he was effective while he was on the floor. 7 rebounds by Trey Lyles in this game. Keon Ellis, even though he only had 5 points, he was a major factor in this game on the defensive end. And just a few games ago, he got a DMP in that Lakers game Saturday night. So Keon Ellis off the bench is a major factor for this Kings team um, on the defensive end. I think he makes them a better defensive team. And this team, they have the capability of being a solid, good defensive team this season. So, um, and they had 11 turnovers in this game. But the Kings to start off a road trip where you, and then on a second night of a back to back, good teams take care of business, especially against not so great teams like the Utah Jazz. They're not a great team right now. They got some nice pieces. They really do. They're not shooting the ball particularly well right now, but if they do, that could be a tough team to beat. Because they do have some solid pieces that they're building. Um, Marketing, he played, I think, the first half, but second half he did not play. He was ruled out because of back spasms. Um, Cody Williams is a tremendous pick from this past draft from Colorado. You got Keontae George, who is a really solid player, young player for them. You got Colin Sexton, who's a dangerous guy, a little erratic with the basketball at times. And then you got John Collins. I think John Collins is maybe the best player on on that Utah team. But the Kings did what they were supposed to do. They took care of business against a not so good team in Utah on a second night of a back to back. And you know what else is impressive? For the first time under Mike Brown as the head coach of the Sacramento Kings, they held an opponent under 100 points in back to back games. Mind be it being Portland and Utah. But that's impressive. And to do it the way they did, um, just really good. Because you take care of business. Now you go on to Atlanta and you face the Hawks. And the Hawks team, I don't know what to make of this Hawks team, but a game that probably you should win, but nothing is a given in the NBA. And Atlanta has always been a tough place for the Kings to win at. Even when the Kings were really good in the early 2000s when they had those great teams. Atlanta's always been a tough place for Sacramento to go in and win. But go in, and then you got the next night, you're in Toronto on Saturday night, which is a brutal back to back just because of the travel from Atlanta to Toronto. Plus, you got to go through customs. I believe it's an hour's drive from the airport to wherever the team's staying. But again, if you do what you did tonight, you do it again Friday night, take care of business. Kings are 2-2 right now. Just take care of business. Because I think the Kings are a better team than the Hawks. So, really good win in Utah, 113-96 against the Utah Jazz. Just again, what can you say? Your big three: DeMar DeRozan, Sabonis, and Fox. Solid. Um, I said it on my recap after Monday night's game. Kevin Herter he's getting better as a defender. He's going to have matchups that he's going to get burned on. That happens. But I really have liked what I've seen from Kevin in these 4 games on that side of the floor. We know what he's going to bring offensively. But if you can get a good Kevin on the defensive end, I think he had a couple more deflections tonight. I think he had a steal in this game. He had 4 defensive rebounds in this game and 1 offensive rebound. 4 defensive rebounds by Kevin in this game. 2 steals, and he had a block. So yes, he's good. As I said, he's going to have those matchups that he's going to get burned on. But if you've seen the first 4 games of this season, I think Kevin has looked solid defensively. So that's a good thing. You want to talk about defensive rebounds? Sabonis had 8 defensive rebounds in this game. So again, good one to start off this road trip for the Kings and to light that beam for back-to-back nights. Now they sit at 2-2 on the season, going to Atlanta on Friday night for the game. So thanks for tuning in to our recap Kings related YouTube channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up. Goes a long way within the algorithm on YouTube. And we'll see you following Friday's game for another recap here on our Kings related YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in and be kind, go Kings, and light the beam. Thank you.